In this video, we're going to be continuing the 32 team series where we have to use a team and their playbooks on offense and defense. Up next, we got the Lions. There's going to be a few offenses that I want to show y'all on the practice field before we jump into some head-to-head action. First is going to be the single back tight Y off flex. The main play is going to be the shallow cross. I want to say I've talked about it before, but it's going to be a little scheme between the shallow cross and then the other play is going to be under Z curl, mixed in with some run plays because it is a good run formation. The next is going to be out of shotgun. There's going to be two. One, y'all see me run religiously, is the gun bunch tight end, probably my go-to play formation overall. And then they have a nice little scheme that I like to run. Out of the gun bunch quads, this is an empty set. These are going to be the four plays that we rock. Inside post, the quarterback draw. We might switch that out with something else because we don't necessarily have a running quarterback. But it's mainly going to be these three pass plays. So the other one is drag under and then bunch trail. So it's going to be these three plays, and then we might get a fourth in there. But right now, those are the only three that I need to scheme. I'm going to probably primarily stay in this the gun bunch quads because it's something kind of unique. It's in a few playbooks, but not in a lot. So let's go ahead and jump into the practice field. First, we'll show you this scheme and then the single back scheme. All right, the first play I want to talk about when it comes to this scheme is going to be the inside post. Now, another thing about this scheme, it doesn't matter which hash you're on. You can run this to the wide side, the short side, and still get really good results. So what you're going to do to set this play up is go ahead and put Y on a drag, put B on a drag, and put A on a streak. The route combo is to open up for RB. You can get a nice one-play touchdown. Leave X on the route that he's on. This isn't to bomb or try to get a one-play touchdown, but it's possible because where you catch the ball, it's usually like maybe 1 to 2 players to beat. So if you have some stick work or, you might have a lead block by X, you can possibly turn this into a one-play touchdown. Now, don't overthink it. If your drags get open off rip, which they will, especially B, the secondary drag, that's because basically everybody else is clearing out the middle of the field for B. But Y will also get open like almost instantly. But if you see that RB is going to open up, you're going to do a nice little inside pass. And right there, we're having a little bit of trouble because our streak is getting bumped by that little vert hook that's just dropping back. So this play, it's supposed to look better than that, but because he's getting bumped like that, and mind you, that can still happen, but the safety still has to register that he's on a streak, so that's why RB still gets open. Like you see right there, he keeps getting bumped, and we're just going to be able to throw an inside pass like this. And again, like right there, you see we were almost getting, we would have got a one-play touchdown right there. But that's basically it. Look for your drags off rip. Don't overthink it, and then look for RB. And sometimes the streak will get open. It all depends on the user and what he's doing, with his vert hooks. All right, the next play we're going to be talking about is going to be the play bunch trail. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, bunch trail. If you already see the corner route, you already know what we're going to kind of go for right here. Just put B on a streak. Now, there's different things you can do with Y and RB. I like Y on the route that he's on because it's a nice check down coming across the middle of the field. And then I do like to drag X coming across the middle as well so they can kind of cross. I do smart route, this little corner route, to make it go a little bit deeper. But for the most part, it's going to be a high-low read. Read the flat. If he's there right away, he hits your flat. If they're trying to take away that corner with a double Mabel, by all means, hit Y in the middle of the field. You can also put Y on a streak like this. That's also a good route combo. Especially if they are running a cover 2, you can get a nice chunk of change. It is going to be a tight end catching it, so you might get tackled, but you can still get some really good yardage. So you can run something like this, but for the most part, it's just going to be a high-low read right here. To the sideline, easy reads, nothing to overthink it. Again, you can do different route combos between RB and Y. You can keep RB on the route that he's on. You can put Y on a flat. And then again, still drag X. So you can do something like this. This time I didn't smart route A, but it really doesn't matter. Again, you're just going to be looking for the high-low read on the right side of the field, and then always check your check downs if they're trying to overplay your corner route streak flat setup. All right, the next play I want to talk about is going to be the play drag under. This is just a default play you can run as is, but one thing I do like to do is actually put in B on a streak. The combo with B and RB will beat all defenses. It just takes a little bit of time to develop, but the easy check down is between A and Y. I wouldn't change anything else about this play. Honestly, again, like right here, they open up for Y. Sometimes you can get extra yards like this and possibly a one-play touchdown. Again, everything that we run is always going to depend on the user and what they're doing. But you can also, let's go ahead and audible back to it. Let's say they are, they're used to people running verticals, so they're ready for that route by Y. X or RB will get open against all defenses. Again, it just takes a little bit of time to develop, but you can get a nice little catch like that. And that was with a bad pass because you can see it was under pressure. Meaning, that's why, because it took a long time to develop. But that is like one of those go-to plays. And then again, we got the quarterback draw, but I wouldn't, if you are going to run this, make sure you go on conservative, because you're going to fumble if you have somebody like Jared Goff. It's not worth going for the quarterback run, but that's going to be the scheme for this formation. Let's jump into the single back. All right, the first play I want to talk about is going to be a play I'm pretty sure I talked about on this channel. There's a money play setup, and there's going to be a consistent third down play. The reason I call plays third down plays is because when you need those 15 yards, you need 10 yards. That's what I consider a third down play. Hash mark is going to matter to get the best results. If you're on the right hash, you want the post to start off on the left side. If you're on the left hash, you want your post to start off on the right side. What we're going to go ahead and do is motion over the post route, turn it into a corner route, smart route that. You don't have to, but I think I get better results every time I do smart route it. Put B on a streak. Now you can leave A on the route that he's on, but my preferred go-to route is a drag and then the running back on a wheel route. X is going to get open. I'm going to say 99.9% of the time. Something has to go wrong on the field, or they have to go and cover it themselves in order for this to be stopped. And you can somewhat roll out cheese with this. Now, we don't have the quarterback to really be doing that, and you don't have to get out the pocket, but just want to show you, you can sprint almost instantly, and X is going to get open, again, like 99.9% of the time. Very, very hard play to stop. All right, real quick, I do want to show you the money play setup with this specific play. Now, you are going to have to flip it. You're going to want your post to be on the short side of the field. So if you're on the right hash, you want your post to be on the right side of the field. If you're on the left, you want your post to be on the left side of the field. All you have to do to make this a money play is put X on a streak, and that's it. I like the combo where A's, not the combo, but I like the route from the tight end. It's a really good check down. The running back, you can do whatever you want. You can motion them out if you want to. You could put them on an in route, out route, curl route. But I'm going to go ahead and leave him on his default route right here and just show you what this looks like. This will bomb all three zone coverages the same way. Look how wide open B gets, and you're just going to have to sometimes throw it on the run if you have to get out the pocket, and a possible one-play touchdown right there. You don't have to get out the pocket, but the D-line from the Lions in practice mode, these guys shed like crazy, so I kind of had to get out the pocket right there. But that's going to be it for this specific play. All right, the next play we're going to be talking about is going to be the play under Z curl. Now, you can see I moved the ball to the left hash. Now, it does not necessarily matter. You can run this to either side of the field, but I do think you get better results when you run it towards the wide side of the field. You'll see what I'm talking about. So if I'm on the left hash, you want your corner route to be running towards the open side of the field. So you're going to want them on the right side. If you're on the right hash, you're going to want your corner route to be on the left side, but that's not even the go-to guy we're going to be throwing to. So what you're going to do is motion out the B wide receiver, put him on a streak, smart route Y, put the running back on an in route, and then go ahead and put X on a streak. Now, the go-to is actually going to be the tight end in the middle of the field, but you can still hit the corner route if you want to. So let's just show you what that looks like. Just going to have to read the zone drops. If they're playing shallow, go for the corner. If they're playing deep, go for your running back at the backfield. Now, what I like about this play is because my play style, I hit sideline all day. I'm going for the sideline. So we're trying to get them ready for that sideline. Let me go ahead and audible real quick. Get back into the right play. So put B on a streak, motion them out, smart route, the corner route, put your running back on an in route, and then streak X. But this is really to get them ready and just, program to be ready for that corner route. But the go-to slap on route is actually going to be the tight end right here. And a lot of times you could turn this into a one-play touchdown. You just kind of have to read the safety. If the user goes and helps and tries to guard that tight end themselves, obviously go for the corner streak flat combo. But if they go for the corner streak flat combo, then go ahead and go for the tight end. Let me try to get you one more good one just to show you how you can do different leads with this tight end. Like you can lead it to the inside. Don't ever do a high lead though. Like you see how I'm bringing that reticle down. Yes, there's a lot of times you're going to get tackled as you make this catch, so definitely try to click on and either do an aggressive catch or a possession catch. But that's basically what that's going to look like. Again, you can always hit the corner streak flat combo, and then from here you got your two run plays: wide zone, basically a stretch, and then the inside zone split. Pretty self-explanatory with these two runs. Just mix them in as you're mixing in these two plays as well. But that's going to be it for the practice side of this video. Let's jump into some real gameplay and showing this being used against real users. All right, we got game one against the Bills. On defense, we didn't really go over it. I'm just going to be running that 3-3 Cub. Most likely going to be running the cover 4, the Mike Blitz 0, and then the cover 2. Yeah, they don't have anything crazy that I like. They don't have dollar or dime. So we're going to stay with the Tampa 2 and run our double Mabel look that we've been running. Okay, I got to remember these are actually linebackers that we're going to be putting in zone, because you can't put DBs there. Middle third. Okay, we'll do that and we'll use him. I like that. Pick that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what them 25 to 30 yard zone drops are for. Corner routes, crossing routes, gets it done every time. Is this man coverage again? I'm going to take the chance, but there it is. Let's see if we can beat that mid zone KO. I don't know if I can, but I'm pretty sure this is man. What the hell is he playing? His cornerback didn't even move. And that threw me off. Oh man. That's not even a good play by him. That was just a mistake. His DB didn't even move. Come on, Madden. It threw me off because I was going to try to lead it over, but then I waited and then I threw the ball, and because his DB didn't move whatsoever, you know what? Go for the blitz. Back up, back up, back up. Yeah, that just kind of baited him to throwing that to me. Should be a touchdown anyways on my side. Normally I would blitz right here, but I'm going to keep... When they struggle with the defense, I need to learn to stick with it. A lot of times I'll get out of it. I'll mess up by going into man coverage when I shouldn't have. So this time I'm going to stick with it. Oh, we're there. Come on, you got to get back faster than that. I'm glad that was a bad pass. You got to get back a little faster than that. All right, because it is 4th and 15, if he goes for it, we're going to change our alignment to man, and we're actually going to send the Mike Zero blitz. I'm gonna give space. I'm gonna back my guys off and just try to get there with the blitz. And either he gets about 10 yards, but the goal is just to keep him away from that first down. So let's see what he does right here. All right, we're running out of time. What you got? He ain't gonna be able to call a play. Basically, I'm just gonna do that. We're gonna send the blitz, try to get in. Okay, he had to call timeout. Guess he's looking for the right play right here, but we are gonna continue to do what we just talked about. Let's go back to the Mike Blitz 0. You do flip this play to get that A-gap pressure. Let's back everybody off. I don't want this guy too far off. I like this. Yep, pressure's there. It's going to make him make a decision. We're able to knock the ball out. I like that. All right, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 14. We do need the yards, so we're going to run the play to the corner route right here. That should get open. Let's go ahead and just block the running back. I don't need the running back in this position right here. We're going for X 100%. Good. I like it. I like it. That play is very hard to stop right there. Looks like he was base man coverage, or he's either base man coverage or he's playing some type of match defense. All right, we're gonna get some outside zone action. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know if I can motion snap. If I can, that'll be cash. Okay, I can't. That's fine. I still like this though. Get some decent block. What is my receiver doing? Too much speed. Get in there. Fight for that. Yes, sir. I'll take that all day. Let's see what he does right here. Get there. Get there. Get there. Oh, my 30-yard zone. And then my safety didn't get there in time. That was a really good play by him. Really good play. All right, here we're just going to get aggressive. We're going to send... Well, he's in goal line, so we're going to go ahead and guess pass. Or guess run. Get in there. Good runs. Good runs. That's 50-50 right there. Like, if you can guess the right direction, you're going to stop them. If not, that's going to happen. 20 seconds. 3 timeouts. We got the wide receiver to do it. We got the quarterback to get it down there. We got the O-line to make the blocks. Let's see if we can get this money play going. Let's see if we can score before the half is over. I'm pretty sure we can, as long as we can get these blocks. I don't know if this is going to be a DB fire. And the fact that he's got his defense set up kind of weird. Because he has Tre'Davious White playing his flats, which I don't technically agree with. But let's see if we can get this one play touchdown for y'all. 20 seconds, 3 timeouts. Okay, we got the blocks we need. You can see he's wide open. Good throw, not the greatest. Hurt. Oh, the Jurtle. We didn't get to do the Jurtle, but we got downfield. All right, but now we're going to go back. Let's flip the play. We're going to go back to the bread and butter right here. That's going to give us the yards we need. Possible touchdown. Go ahead and motion this guy over. Drag the tight end. I'm just going to go ahead and block the running back. Let me go ahead and smart route X. We're going for X 100% right here. Well, he might have switched to man coverage. Might have been too late, though. And there it is. Look at that. Oh, come on. Get a good catch. Get a good catch. Oh, come on. That would have been it. I kind of let that a little too much right there. You know what? I'm going to keep this play default. Let's just do this. I'm going to keep it default, and I'm going to look for... Can I smart route A? I sure can. Oh yeah, that's good to know. So we're going for A or Y. I think what we should do is drag X. We'll route the running back. We're labbing right now. We're trying to see if we can get a play going. But I think I'm gonna go for A or Y. Y might be a nice spot. Why did he go that way? Why did he go that way? His corner route is to the right. Now, that messed me up because we would have had it. That would have been a good timing throw, but it is what it is. I guess it just reacted a little different because how close we were to the top of the end zone. All right, so we ended up returning it to the house on them right at the... All right, so we ended up returning the ball to the house beginning of the second half and ended up quitting after that. So we're jumping into the depth chart. I think I did our lines before, but there's a couple of things that I do differently now, especially if we're running the 3-3 Cub and using the Lions defense. On offense, a couple of things changed around. Make sure you're starting Gibbs. I mean, Montgomery is good. I usually play him at fullback, but 94 speed to 88 speed is a huge, huge difference. When it comes to breaking away, he's going to get more touchdowns. If you're not using this guy, Jamison Williams, I mean, I don't know what you're doing as a Lions fan if you're using him because you're a fan, but 98 speed at 6'2" is just different. I mean, this guy is like a mix between Randy Moss and Megatron. Other than that, nothing too crazy. I mean, you got St. Brown to run your routes, really good route runner, and he can really create separation against man coverage. Pretty decent tight end, and that's too crazy right there. You're going to start that guy. Now, center, I do swap my center to left tackle because I like my superstar ability. Best blockers at the left tackle and right tackle position, and I want to show y'all why the Lions are really good at blocking because he has the ability linchpin. Players with this ability to grant improved blocking to the entire offensive line. So they already get a boost, and on top of that, you got two superstar abilities at left tackle and right tackle. This is why this is a top-tier team in my eyes, primarily because of that alone. On the D-line, you already know what you got. Superstar Hutchinson, and then the DBs, nothing too crazy, honestly. There's not a lot of speed on this team. Really, who starts is really who I have starting in real life. Like, this is my 1 and 2, who you would probably be starting. Secondary or safeties, Gardner Johnson and also Brian Branch. Though I leave them at safety. Sub linebacker, I do have two safeties. They got some decent height and they're not too slow. 6'1", 6'3". I think I forgot what. No, these weren't the two guys that I was actually using. This was the guy I was using. Was it? It was Joseph, right? Yeah, but there's actually one more person that. So I was using Joseph at that slot position, but let me show you somebody that I would recommend. Who was? Is it Mosley? Yeah, I would recommend Mosley. I would swap him with Joseph because he has the 91 change of direction, and that would be your user out of that 3-3 Cub. You've seen the guy that I was using. That would be your go-to. So that's going to be it for the depth chart. That's going to be it for this video.